Dwight is gonna fucking skin you alive!
Especially the fight between Dwight Manfredi and Bill Bevilaqua, Frank Grillo. The ending of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, sharpens everything about Sylvester Stallone's crime show. With the bombing of Dwight's Navigator and Tyson's reckless attack on Bill Bevilaqua at the end of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 7, the show is rapidly gaining momentum. Conflict has erupted between several gangs and power players. Tyson's relationship with his family is challenging but improving, and Dwight's relationship with Tatiana Zappardino, is deteriorating. Given all the activity occurring simultaneously, a justification would be useful. Tyson's attack on Bill Bevilaqua, together with mounting tensions all season long, set all the Tulsa King Season 2 protagonists in a full-scale conflict. Bevilaqua has already drawn blood. It seems as though plenty more is to follow. Although the war has already begun, Bill and Dwight worked out a deal at the Atlanta sit-down. Hence, the manner in which the war began makes little sense. As it turns out, their entire conflict arises from a series of misapprehensions that have the potential to drastically change the course of Tulsa King Season 2. Explained in Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, Dwight and Tina's falling out. The first of many came from Dwight's daughter, Tina. Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, pushed him to face some of the grave repercussions of his life of crime. She confided in her father that she didn't think their relationship could withstand the breakup of the family, especially after Dwight asked Tina to return to New York to ensure their safety. Their relationship is, to put it mildly, under strain since Tina left with her children without bidding Dwight farewell. Tina might even shut Dwight out of the lives of her and the children permanently. Although Dwight and Tina's relationship is obviously not great, the general might atone. It hurt even more when Dwight told Tina that he wanted her to hate him, even though Tina had previously expressed her love for him. Tina still loves Dwight. Hence, there's a possibility they will reconcile. Dwight would most likely have to drastically adjust his way of life to fit Tina, and she might even want him to leave mob life behind and start something legitimate. Tina and Dwight most likely won't get back together before Tulsa King Season 2 ends, though. Jackie Ming's acquisition of CalThresher's company is explained. Episode 8 of Tulsa King Season 2 has one of the shocks when Jackie Ming, Rich Ting, expelled CalThresher, Neil McDonough, from their business relationship. Jackie made Cal sign a contract formally transferring control of the whole pot company while his guys pointed pistols at his head. Even though Jackie and Cal's relationship was always tense at best, the amount of money and knowledge Cal helped the weed farm generate, as well as the amount of money they were generating together, still surprised Cal a bit. Jackie's motivation for ejecting Cal from the company was quite straightforward. Jackie informed Cal he succeeded by being merciless in grabbing what he wanted, exactly what he did with his company. Jackie also expressed his disdain for half measures, indicating that he would never have been content with merely being a partial partner in the weed farm. Besides that, Jackie had to start by demolishing CalThresher, as he is probably aiming to seize control of all the local criminal businesses. What will Chicki do now that Vince usurped the Invernizzi family? Vincent Piazza, has been intending to replace Chicki, Dominic Lombardozzi, as head of the Invernizzi Mafia family in New York for much of Tulsa King Season 2. Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, saw Vince finally put those plans into effect. Vince removed Chicki, but he did not kill him with the assistance of some other family members and the agreement of the other New York gangs. In a few months, Vince gave Chicki an opportunity to cool off and maybe take control. Chicki might, however, demand retribution for Vince's betrayal prior to then. Chicki killed Pete, and Chicki had also killed one of his own men only to make Goodie, Chris Caldovino, feel terrible, as the gangsters said. Chicki might want to assault Vince and pay back his betrayal with blood, even though it was a very solid reason to take him off of power. Despite Chicki's increasing recklessness and aggression, he is not naive. He understands that Vince has the support of most of New York's gang world. That could be enough to force him to remain silent about his ousting. In Tulsa King Season 2, did Bevilaqua's men kill Jimmy? Did Bevilaqua men kill Jimmy? Two of Bill Bevilaqua's goons drove by firing Dwight's pot dispensary, the even higher plane, near the end of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8. Despite the fact that both Bodie, Martin Starr, and Jimmy the Creek, Glenn Gould, were outdoors during the incident, only Jimmy sustained gunfire injuries. Jimmy's odds don't seem bright, but the whole incident happened quite rapidly. Therefore, it's too early to say if he is dead. Jimmy was shot in the abdomen, which isn't lethal but isn't ideal for raw wounds. Although Jimmy's fate remains uncertain, the attack will undoubtedly have significant repercussions. Many of Dwight's activities revolve around Jimmy, who serves as the primary producer of Bodie's cannabis, holds the casino license for Bread 2 Buck, and facilitated the wind farm deal with MedHat. Even if he survives, he won't be able to manage those numerous operations for a while. Jimmy's significance to the gang could also intensify the fight between Bill and Dwight even more, since Dwight won't allow the attack to go unpunished. Meeting explained by CalThresher and Bill Bevilaqua. For the first time in Tulsa King Season 2, CalThresher and Bill Bevilaqua had a face-to-face encounter with many significant events that need to be explored. Cal's revelation that Jackie Ming had bombed Dwight's navigator, therefore causing the whole gang war, was the most significant event of their meeting. Having advised the businessman against dealing with the Chinese mob, Bill was naturally enraged with Cal for involving Jackie with Dwight. But the most important lesson from that insight was that Bill now realized he could reconcile with Dwight provided he could show him the truth. As Tulsa King Season 2 comes to a close, the encounter between Cal and Bill also shed light on their respective personalities and the trajectory of their relationship. Cal sought out Bill for help since he was clearly terrified Jackie may kill him. However, Bill perceives Cal as the cause of Vic's shooting and the instigator of the initial conflict with Dwight. Cal depends on Bill to survive, although Bill might be considering killing Cal personally. Between Bill and Jackie, CalThresher's chances of survival are not very good. Why Armand robbed Goodie in Tulsa King Season 2. Episode 8. Tulsa King Season 2's closing scene and final surprise focused on Armand Trucy, Max Casella, a mainly underappreciated character. Armand broke into the Bread 2 Buck and forced Goodie to allow him to take a significant amount of money at gunpoint. Armand made a major error, and Goodie advised him that, once he discovered it, Dwight would skin him alive. Armand decided to proceed, despite being aware of the dire consequences of depriving Dwight. Despite the perplexing nature of his choice, Armand had specific motives for robbing the Bread 2 Buck. Armand has been in a constant state of flux throughout the season. His divorce has left him with child support obligations that depleted his money. His contract with CalThresher to leak information on Dwight has gone wrong on both fronts. Dwight knows about it, and Cal is absolutely unsympathetic, and he has been drinking frequently. Armand completely alienated Clara and his children, faced dismissal from the ranch, and severed his financial ties with Cal, thereby further entrenching himself in a difficult situation. Driven by desperation, Armand made a possibly catastrophic choice to rob Dwight and the group. Armand stole Goodie mostly out of desperation, but there were other elements at work. Not totally without cause, Armand has long blamed Dwight for his issues. Clara divorced him primarily due to his involvement in Dwight's group, which had a significant financial impact on him even before the child support was implemented. Armand's issues mostly stem from Dwight's arrival to Tulsa, so he most likely chose to loot the Bread 2 Buck in payback. Armand's choice also has a psychological component, since the stress and guilt he faces cannot have left him in a decent mental state.